Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are doing a dodging guide. Many of you asked for it and here it is. In this video you will learn a lot about basic movement, how to dodge certain brawlers like Spike Curveball for example, and many other things. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this video. Action. So the first thing you have to be aware of, and that tells you a lot of the brawler, is the movement speed. So as you can see here with 8-bit, we are very slow. B can just click auto aim and will always hit us. So B is not even aiming at this point. And now with Jean is quite a lot faster. B will click auto aim. You already can see that the shot is not hitting us unless we are doing like a sidestep. And we obviously also have fast brawlers, so they dodge even better. Also with like the super, there's like no way auto aim could hit you anymore. So as you can see, you have like very slow brawlers like 8-bit, brawlers that are a tiny bit faster like Surge, normal movement speed like Nita, fast movement speed which most likely affect tanks, like any tank is at least fast so they can reach their enemies obviously, and brawlers with the very fast movement speed. So the difference between all those is the auto aim range is getting shorter depending on how fast the brawler is. So for example, you can stand quite far away from an 8-bit and still hit him with like a lot of auto aim. But if a tank does a sidestep or even max with a super for example, you will hit nothing with your auto aim most likely. So that's a thing, that's a basic that you should always have in mind, because auto aim is a very important mechanic in the game. Like everyone is auto aiming, especially when your opponent is quite near to you. So that's the first basic. Movement pattern. So it's extremely useful to know what movement pattern is. For example, if you just go like a straight line against auto aimers, Shelly gadgets, etc., like walking a straight line, or the wiggling, you know, like doing the zigzag thing, trying to dodge like this, doing small zigzags. The problem here is just don't do that too often. Don't do like the tensai style, or you will experience that you can just be auto aimed. So if you just do this all the time, people like, or let it be this, people will just click auto aim and hit you. And if you actually do it a bit systematic, you know, like that, going a straight line a bit, then doing the zigzag, you know what I mean? So being as random as possible, moving like a whole second just into one direction, then doing some wiggling, some side steps, etc. That's actually good movement, but just doing this, that is not a good movement. You will just get hit by auto aim. Like every above average player will just realize that he can click auto aim and you are dead. Also, as I said, against auto aimers or in a hot situation, sometimes it's quite useful to just walk a straight line. And also the most important part is move as random as possible, so your opponent does not know where you go. Alright, so for specific brawlers, Spike will always shoot at us now. And for Spike, it's just learning the pattern, you know? So, for example, you can always stand here. And as you can see, the pattern is quite simple if you have learned it once. Like also from the bottom side, you know, just go a bit to the left. And then it also works, as you can see here. Also, from like the left side, it's a bit different, but it also works. It works from different angles, just like this, you know, so that's just learning the brawler pattern itself. Okay, so about Shelly. Shelly will now activate her gadget and click auto aim. And we are just, as you can see, I always recommend just using in a straight line when going against Shelly, because it's quite hard to hit the shots with the Shelly sniper gadget. And now Shelly will also aim a bit. And here you can see, like even when she's aiming, it's quite simple to dodge her, you know. But in Shadow, when like the Shellys are not expecting it, I recommend using in a straight line. And sometimes if you know, okay, your Shelly got some aim and she's not falling for it, then you gotta do some side steps just like this. Okay, so now I'm showing you how to dodge Cordelius. If you walk zigzag or sideways, you know, whatever, also when he gets you into a zone or something, you can literally just zigzag him and only one projectile will hit you. Also, if you think like, okay, Cordelius supered me, I'm dead, dead, you're not dead. You can actually zigzag and avoid a lot of damage just like that. There's some more brawlers, for example, like Brock. You want to avoid standing on max range, but actually get on half range of the Brock. So it will be much harder for the Brock to then hit a single shot. But it's so much easier for Brock when he's at max range to make use of the bigger hitbox. And for Colt, it's more like try to move as much zigzag as possible. Try to react a bit, you know. With Colt, you gotta aim with your movement, not just aiming, but also going with your shots. So it's a hard brawler. Sometimes you will be able to dodge Colt's shots easily, and sometimes you just need to react. So if you realize, oh, okay, these projectiles are all going to hit me, so you just react on that and change your movement. But sometimes, yeah, the Colt reads that and does some insane plays on you. So I could go through like every single brawler to show you how to perfectly dodge them, but that would go too far. We are just staying with the basics here. If the support on this video is crazy, I will do a longer version of his dodging guide and actually explaining like every single brawler, how you can dodge them, how to shoot with them. That would be a new video idea, but we will see about that. All right, and the big question is like about showdown. So how do you move in showdown? That's a bit more complicated, where you have like a lot of 1v1 situations where game knowledge and game sense gives you a huge advantage. For example, if you're like in a Shelly and Surge 1v1, or let it be Spike versus Spike, also like in duels, or if I'm playing Shelly and my enemy is playing Spike, dodging curveball in general made me win so many games, literally because I just have the game sense and I just know how to dodge a curveball. Every Spike matchup was much easier and it wasn't really a big threat. So if you can't dodge curveball, the chance of losing is much higher. In showdown, especially in my situations, I play like 1v5 or 1v4, 1v3, whatever, quite often. So this movement is a bit different. It's not like just focusing on one player on one Spike and dodging some curveball, but it's actually having in mind that two players are aiming at you at the same time, and it makes it so much harder to actually do flawless moving here. Really not always working for me. I think that's quite impossible for anyone to always pull off that type of play, but I have like 30k solo showdown wins, let it be like 100,000 top 4 solo showdown wins, and the no teaming error. I also learned how to dodge against multiple players. So for example, in my Draco push, when a Lily focused me, a Shelly, like I was focused by 3 or 4 people, and obviously you cannot like calculate dodging 4 players at the same time, you know, it just goes too far. But you know, I'm waiting for the Shelly to shoot, then focusing on the next shot of the Lily, for example throwing her super, then again focusing on the Shelly again, trying to use a wall to so the third player cannot hit me. It's really advanced dodging. It all comes with game sense. And yeah, if you want to learn more about that, smash the like button so I can give you more dodging guides, so I know you guys are really hyped for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all of it, of dodging in 3v3. It's a lot more easier than in showdown. For example, if you have that Spike matchup on your lane, you know how to dodge it with the curveball experience. Against a thrower like Dynamite, you just have to read him. You cannot dodge Dynamite always, especially when he has a super ready. And you can build an incredible amount of experience relating to dodging that just comes by playing, practicing, learning how to dodge single brawlers, learning how the game works, learning how to handle a 2v1 situation, a 3v1 situation, or in showdown let it be a 9v1 situation. And from time to time, that makes you a better player. There's a lot more for Brawl Stars. For example, aiming, game sense, as I said, also having good teammates, good team synergy, giving calls in a voice call, for example, being mechanically good with the brawler, which is most likely dodging and aiming, but also how to use your gadget, how to use the star power. There's also a lot of stuff to talk about with gadgets. For example, the max gadget gives you a lot of more opportunities for movement, dodging better, making aggressive plays, escaping. But if I would talk about all that, the video would go like 2 hours. So I keep it simple here. I hope you enjoyed the guide. And the last reminder, if you want more dodging guides, more advanced ones, let me know in the comments. Smash the like button. Your SnakeThug. Peace.